everyone, I wanted to pop in with a quick video. This is one of my little art desks. It's quite crowded. Got a little aloe plant beside me here, kind of a cramped up space here. I've got a desk directly behind me, but I don't want to get too much of stains or whatnots on it. I could probably lay a piece of paper down on it, but I want to keep it in its condition, so I've taken this table, which used to be our kitchen table, and cleaned it as my art table. I can adjust, you can see where the seam is there. I can adjust the side pieces down and make it into a smaller or little round table, however I wish. For now I'm keeping it fully round. It's about 3 feet circumference on it, so kind of a small but decent and doable area. This is what I've been working on. I've been sorting through some of my old scrapbook pieces. I had this in a little baggie and decided I'd go through and pick out the pieces and get some like-sized pieces. There's several pieces that have some different little words on them, and I was sorting them out that way, and then decided to go more with just keeping them in strips or the little squares or tinier little squares, kind of like size pieces. I ended up watching a little bit of a video while sorting these out and had some inspiration on it. These came from an old scrapbook area. Did a scrapbook for anniversary of my grandparents one time, and these are just leftover little bits from it. I'm not really into doing another family sort of scrapbook or anything, so I've kind of held on to them and just had no idea how to use them, because I could probably use this good times with good friends. I could probably use some of the family pieces, but will I? Probably not. So I've decided to use some of the squares. The letter squares I might be able to use elsewhere in some of my art projects or journaling, but I did practice on a few of these small ones onto some more artsy little things like this that I can include in my journal. I've got this flower here, you can see there on the back, some of the letterings. Figured I may do and a little bit of the other squares and then little pieces this way. I have one scrapbook page that I cut up into smaller little quote things. I need to go through it more. I may use those on some of my journal. I like some of the quotes, but like the me and you, I may doodle on the back similar to these little squares. And then just some of the other little words, just hit and miss on some things. Some I may use, some I may go ahead and just decorate like these. I started out with a pencil on the flower, and then I used my little pink highlighter here, and then I switched to this pink, it's a Tombow water-based marker kind of deal. It has a fine tipped end and then more of a kind of a brushy type end on the other end of it. I had started going around the edges of it, and then it started bleeding into where I had the flower highlighted, so I just covered the whole thing, and you can see little bits of the highlighter sticking through, which kind of gives it a nice little effect on it. And then it started blending over the pencil drawing I had, so I used my pen up here and traced around some of the edges on it from there. And then on the bee, I used this yellow marker and did a little blob on there, and then I took my Sharpie and did the little black stripes, the eye, and the wing. This piece of paper towel in the background here, I did use some of the pink over it to kind of give me some color so it's not bleeding out on the table. The paper towel anyways had a little bit of the glimmery shimmer spray on it. I wanted to try that out, so that's some of the bigger effects of it. I think I mentioned it in some of my other videos, and I like coloring over it now using some of the other little utensils and colors, and it kind of gives a nice cool effect to it, so I may eventually use those pieces in to some of my journaling. Some of the other little tidbits here, I separated it into butterflies. I've got some different leaf shapes, some little round painted backgrounds. Some of these things I've got through art swaps. Some of these magazine pieces I've taken from magazines, clippings, and then I've got my pencils and pens. I've got a few little notebooks or just general books. I've transferred all my washi tape into a little canister that I got versus having it all filled up in this top drawer. I've got some chalk, some Mod Podge. I use this little container here for some of my paints, and then I haven't really felt like exchanging this out, but this little container I found around the house. Can't remember where I got these from, but these little art sponges fit perfectly in it, so it kind of, I can pour water in it and the sponge can kind of keep the water. And what I do is I kind of, on some finger paints, I kind of dab my finger and use some of my watercolors and just kind of go like that, or I can dab my paint brushes in there as well. That's a little bit of what I've been working on this morning. I've still been working on my little flip through journal here, and I'm about done on that. And once I do finish up, I've got about 4 or 5 more pages of it to go. I'll do a quick video of it as well. Hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed a little bit of a look through on my desk. Thanks for watching.